They say NYSC is a bridge between education and employment, between youth and nationhood. But what they don't say is that some bridges collapse while you're still working on them. My name is Tolu NYSC, firstborn son of a tired family in Mokolat, Ibadan. My father was a carpenter until diabetes took both his legs. Now he sits behind a table in a wooden kiosk selling recharge cards and matches. My mother, a warrior in wrapper and sweat, sells bend-down select at Oye Market. She would carry bales heavier than her bones just so we could eat once a day. Her only dream: make sure one of my children graduates. And I did. I wasn't brilliant, just determined. I studied with torn textbooks and borrowed light. I soaked gari and salt for weeks and slept in lecture halls because I couldn't afford transport back home. I graduated from the University of Ilorin with a first class in accounting. My mother wept the day I brought my certificate home, not because I made her proud, but because it cost her everything. Then came NYSC. My friends were posted to Lagos, Ogun, FCT. Me? Taraba State. I refreshed the portal 5 times hoping it was a mistake. Taraba? That place people only heard about during crises and killings. My mother said softly, "Isn't that near Cameroon? Please don't go." But I had no choice. I had no godfather. No 50,000 Nigerian nairas to bribe redeployment. No senator uncle. I hugged my mother, put my life in a single bag, and boarded a rusted bus for the 27-hour journey from Ibadan to Jalingo. Along the way, our bus was stopped 4 times by soldiers, twice by armed vigilantes, and once by men who didn't wear uniforms but asked for ID. We slept in the bus overnight. I remember an old man on the bus saying, "If you survive NYSC, you can survive Nigeria." Camp was held in Cyber, the dusty compound with rusted zinc, foul latrines, and mosquitoes big enough to slap back. At the gate, soldiers screamed Atondo. "Welcome to Sambisa." They thought it was funny. It wasn't. Inside, we were thrown into hostels that smelled of sweat, fear, and forgotten dreams. The forms were dirty. Some had blood stains. Toilets didn't flush. Water didn't run. Food was a miracle, and peace was absent. They shaved our heads like prisoners. Gave us oversized khaki. Woke us at 4 a.m. with koboko. I remember jogging in the cold while reciting songs I didn't understand. We marched under sun so hot it could fry your shadow. People fainted daily. One girl's feet bled. They gave her paracetamol. I met John, the small boy, dark, always holding an inhaler and a Gideon's Bible. He was from Anambra. Only son of a widow. Soft-spoken. Gentle. We bonded instantly. He wanted to open a poultry farm after NYSC. He said, "I just want to make my mom proud." But on the 6th day, John collapsed during endurance trek. I shouted. Gave him his inhaler. It didn't work. We screamed for help. No ambulance. No nurse. Soldiers laughed at first until he stopped breathing. They put him in a wheelbarrow. He died before they reached the clinic. They buried him in silence. No coffin. Just a black nylon body zipped up like trash. I didn't cry. I couldn't. The camp continued like nothing happened. One corpse less to feed. That night, I sat alone by the parade ground. That's when Amaka came. Law graduate from Delta. Fierce girl. "You look like someone who buried a friend," she said. I didn't reply. She sat beside me. We watched the moon rise, both knowing this country was a graveyard for dreams. After camp, I was posted to Beli, a forgotten village 6 hours from Jalingo. No road, no clinic, no bank, no light. Just red sand, brown houses, and people who had given up on the government. I was posted to the only school there, 200 students, no desks, no textbooks, no chalk. I taught JSS 3 math with my own biro on cardboard paper. Life in Beli was war. My allowance came late. I was often hungry. I soaked gari with tears. Sometimes I begged. Sometimes I fasted without meaning to. I sold my torchlight for rice. I walked 5 kilometers to call home. When my mom asked how I was doing, well, I said, we thank God. I lied. Then came elections, NYSC recruited us as ad hoc staff. They promised 30,000 Nigerian nairas. We believed. I was assigned to a volatile village nearby. No security. No backup. By 10 a.m., thugs arrived. They carried guns. They slapped us. One pointed a rifle at my head and said, move and I blow your face. We watched them carry ballot boxes. That night, I slept under a tree with 2 other corps members. The 30,000 Nigerian nairas never came. A week later, I got a call, Amaka is dead. She had gone to the market alone. They found her body in the bush. Raped. Strangled. Dumped like rubbish. NYSC released a call statement. We regret the passing of one of our corps members. And that was it. No investigation, no arrest, no justice, just silence. I broke. I stopped teaching. I stopped eating. I stopped speaking. I wrote a suicide note and walked to the riverbank with the intention to jump. That was when Musa, another copper, found me. He held my hand. Didn't say much. Just looked into my eyes and said, don't let them win. I didn't jump. I came back home with bones and trauma. I weighed 49 kilograms. I looked 15 years older. My mother screamed when she saw me. Tolu, what have they done to you? I didn't answer. Months passed. I started talking again. I started writing. I started telling our stories because people need to know that NYSC isn't just khaki and selfies. For some of us, it's a funeral march.